I'm keeping you on your toes, Lana. You don't know when I'm a fan and when I'm not going to fan.
Well, I'll fan when I want to fan.
And you know what? Me too. I need to grab my other fans that are not like explicitly drag related for this channel because sometimes it's not drag related. But regardless, anyway, I fully was planning to enter this podcast with something else and ended up not doing it. So I'm just gonna do it now. JANKIE, 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 you love me. Ow. That has been stuck in my head all fucking weekend. So
I refuse to listen to that song ever again. I can't. I can't.
well, we heard enough of it on the damn Sunday show that
I know. I know. Oh,
But hello, house guests, and welcome to the Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast Network, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. I am drinking some coffee because it's that kind of day. Shout out San Diego Zoo Lion mug. We've got pumpkin hazelnut coffee today. It's very delicious.
work. And hello, everybody. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to get the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. I am just drinking water. Hydration is important, so always keep my water handy. And if I want to drink anything else, I will hold. I also have handy my cup mug. Period. Cup mug. Pan full of cup mugs. Big brother cup mugs. Pan full of cup mugs. Big brother podcast. Period. There we go. And you can get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. The link will be in the description below. And we do ship domestically here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And we do ship internationally. So there are no excuses. Get your cup merch. Check out the shop. We got some great stuff in there. Her.
Period. Well, we are back. It is our new Tuesday recaps for Big Brother. And I'm glad we did. Because if we had filmed this time yesterday, not a damn chance we would have had a veto meeting.
Nope. Not at all.
They did it. Everything is all over the place today. Or it was yesterday. But we are going to talk about the Sunday episode. We are going to talk about all the live feed stuff. Because, oh boy. Jankie World is proving to be another great twist. It's a good twist. And I'm happy with it. So we are going to dive into all of that and let y'all know our thoughts on live feed stuff. We have the veto meeting. We know the final noms for the week. All of the above things and stuff. But first, make sure to subscribe if you have not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things reality competition TV. And we got a lot of new shows coming out very, very soon. So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff over here at the Cup TV again. So make sure to check out all of our content. If you're watching The Anonymous, which you should be if you are not. If you're watching Dance with the Stars. If you're watching Traders Canada. If you're watching Survivor 47. If you're watching House of Villains. That's in a few weeks.
Yes.
Yes, God. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access. So,
absolutely.
Boom. Well, where we left off on Saturday, when we did it on Saturday, we knew that Miss Leah was our HOH.
Yes, we did.
How we got there, not
we
a damn
didn't
clue.
Know. We didn't know.
We had a few things that we knew.
Yes.
But I want to dive into this Sunday episode because honestly, this Jankie World twist is so... I said it to my boyfriend and my roommate the other day because we were all talking about Big Brother. It feels like CBS gives a fuck about Big Brother again. And I'm here for it.
I mean, I think they took this season very seriously. I think after the complaints and everything that they got for the last couple seasons, because not that 25 or 24 were bad seasons, it was just certain things needed to change. in order to make it a really good season. And I think they were so excited about this AI theme that they put their best foot forward into
Yes.
playing around this AI theme. Everybody was excited about this theme, so they gave a crap about it, and they
Mhm.
put their best efforts into making sure this theme wasn't a flop.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just something different about this season. And I think it's the players, it's the
Mhm.
twists, it's the lore of Ainsley's curse for like the
Mhm.
first 6 weeks. Like
Mhm.
the players are playing kind of stupidly, but also really smartly. And we're at a top 8 right now where I could still see anybody winning.
Mhm.
And I've said it all season, and I'm gonna ring true. We are sitting in the middle of what I think we're going to look back on as a top 5 Big Brother season,
Possibly.
at least top
Especially
5.
in the especially in the modern era, we probably will be.
Probably, this is the best season.
I
I
would
would
say in the
say
modern
since,
era.
yeah. What you define modern era as 20 and on, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I would say this is the best season since 18.
Since 18.
Honestly,
Yeah. I can
18
see
was the
that.
last really, really good season for me. 20 is up there as well.
Mhm.
And 23 is up there as well.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
we're really gonna look at this season. I think this is gonna be a season that 5-10 years from now, this is still a season they're showing in Sequester for new
Yeah.
Big Brother players.
Yeah.
Like it, and I'm gonna be real honest. I think it's also reinvigorated my love of Big Brother.
I can see that.
Like I am a Big Brother fan. I've applied several times. Um, but the last couple of seasons have felt like a little bit of a drag,
Mhm.
especially at this point in the season. It's felt like a little bit of a drag. This season is really revitalizing. Oh yeah, no, this is why I'm a fan of this show.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because every once in a while you'll get an absolute gem of a cast with great twists and Julie actually giving a fuck about the season.
Mhm.
So many firsts, including Julie not being there for an eviction.
Mhm.
Like, this season is just incredibly monumental, and I'm very happy we're here covering it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Janky World. Not to go full philosophical for a second, but I did. But yeah, so Janky World, all the house guests get introduced to Janky after Quinn's eviction.
Mhm.
Um, they are prompted to go outside, where they then find out that they are going to be living in the backyard for the week in Janky World. They can only eat pizza, ice cream, and candy. They're sleeping on cots. They're doing dance and singing parties. They
It's
really just turned up the dial on Direfest in a great
yeah.
way.
It honestly just made it's it was I think it did what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to make everybody's emotions heightened, make people a little more cranky or a little less cranky. If you like the outdoors, it's fine for you. If you don't like the outdoors, it's miserable for you. It's like this. You want me to sing and dance anytime throughout the day and night. It's aggravating. Uh, I think Janky World just amplified how certain emotions in people, and it was fun to watch that. I enjoyed
Yeah.
watching that part. I'm enjoying watching that part still. Still loving watching how people are acting being outside and stuck outside and having to
The
deal with
delirium has set in
yep,
for a lot
we
of
have to
people.
for a lot of people you have to deal with um the elements and then dealing with people and not to mention competitions are happening, people are nominated, so that's on top of that. It's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Absolutely. Um, But yes, so we get the HOH comp, which they had to build themselves. Love it. Love it. Make them do some manual
Make
labor.
it work.
They've been sitting in a damn house for 8 weeks. Make them make their own competition. I love it. Big fan. And it is just kind of a classic endurance style competition. Hold up this marshmallow to your fire for as long as you can.
It gave me OTT vibes. It reminded me of OTT. That one comp, Alex one holding the thing, and yeah. That's I was like, ooh, sending me back to OTT. Got it.
T-Core, what the fuck? T-Core, what the fuck?
Child.
T-Core. The fuck.
I don't even want to talk about it. I feel so bad for my girl.
Comes down to, I don't want to talk about it either. All I'm going to say, and audio listeners, I'm so sorry you're not going to get an audio for this, but all I'm going to say to T-Core is,
the look of, are you kidding me? Is what we're getting.
Anyway, the comp comes down, literally, the comp comes down to Cam, Leah, and Angela. Not who I would have expected. And I'm gonna give Angela a couple of props here because she did every single thing she needed to keep herself safe. I am, and I'm gonna say this, and I've said it all season. I am still not the world's biggest fan of Angela as a human, but she is playing a damn good game. She is playing a damn good game. And I, at this point, if she wins this season, it'll be deserved. I really think they just slept on Angela too long, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to take her out. Because she's doing a great job at managing her threat level. She has settled into the game in a really nice way. Her first 4 or 5 weeks were very erratic. Not going to excuse her behavior there because some of it was triggering for a lot of people. I know you included, Lana. And I respect you for that. And I do agree with a lot of that. But the way she has continued to keep herself safe over and over and over again.
Wild stuff.
She has played maybe the ultimate underdog game.
And
she's
weird.
She's playing a miraculous floater game.
Yeah. And that is what I would give her.
Yeah.
But even in that, I don't even know if we can call her a floater because she's won competitions. She's won 2 HOH and a veto.
Well, we'll talk about the veto, but
well, I just spoiled it. She won a veto.
Well, yeah. But, and to be fair, there was a 1/3 shot of winning the veto, but we'll talk about it. Yeah, like, I would still call her a floater because she hasn't had, like, a true alliance this season other than the short-lived 6th Avenue alliance. But, like, I really just, like, there is something about, if she wins, like, it's going to be 100% deserved. And at this point, maybe I do want Angela to win. Not more than some other people. But I'm not going to be mad at an Angela win. But she does everything she needs to at this point to keep her safe. Her, Cam, and Leah all do agree on universal safety for each other. And Angela does a really smart thing going, I've won HOH twice. Neither of these two people have won HOH. I'm going to step down because I know that they are both going to keep me safe because we've all said it in front of everyone in the backyard. So I'm going to step down and let one of them win so I can compete next week in the HOH.
Makes sense.
Her tactics of going about things may not be the smoothest or the clearest or the best, but she is still doing what she needs to do to play the game the best way she can, and it's really good. But we come down to Cam and Leah, and for some fucking reason, Cam decides, oh, I'm going to make this competition harder. Let's stand on one foot, Leah. Huh?
That male ego is so big, and that competition streak in you is so huge, and you just know. I'm like, first of all, if we want to be honest, women have better balance than men. It's just facts. So you're going to challenge this small petite woman
who weighs 45 pounds soaking wet.
Right. To stand on one foot when your big old feet and your muscular frame, and you go stand on one foot? What? Make it make sense.
And then it was incredibly funny how it ended up, because now Leah has won more comps than Cam.
Yep. You wanted to stand on one foot. What? It doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense at all. What also doesn't make a whole lot of sense is immediately one of the people Leah's talking to about who to put up this week is Mackenzie. And we kind of get this now. We're circling back long.
We're circling back.
To now Leah and Mackenzie. Leah kind of trusts Mackenzie again. When did this happen?
When Queen left, she needed somebody.
She realized, oh shit, she's like, oh shit, I need somebody.
Yep.
And hey, she didn't put up Mackenzie this week, so
it did work.
It did work. But basically Mackenzie's like, no, put up the trio. And then Chelsea's like, hey, put up the trio. And then Cam is like, hey, you know what you should do? Put up the trio. And then Angela, this is the one conversation between Leah and Angela where Leah's like, okay, cool, now I can actually talk for real. And I'm like, okay. Leah and Angela, the completely did not expect this duo. They did secure their final 2 this week as well. And Angela tells Leah, if I were you, I would put up 2 people from the trio.
Yep.
And I would put up Rubina and T-Core. Leah decides apparently at this point she doesn't want to do that. And we go to the nomination game.
It's a nomination
game.
Keys.
No keys. No nothing.
Just a game.
And this was the dumbest.
The janky world of this was so stupid. The jankiness of this was dumb.
I'm gonna put this ring over the bottle of the person I'm nominating. Y'all could have done like a dunk tank or something. Like that feels more janky world.
Right.
Or like a balloon pop.
A balloon pop or something. Just some stupid carnival game.
Anyway, she nominates Rubina and Kima.
What?
Party. And that is where the episode ends.
Yep. So we're going to get into live feeds now. So if you don't want to know live feed things, I kind of spoiled a little bit. But if you don't want to get into live feed things, this is where you can exit. We will be back on Thursday to do our live eviction episode and Wednesday's episode. And we appreciate you joining us. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell on your way out. Check out all of our links below to click on them all. Subscribe to all of our channels, our audio podcasts, and our Patreon, and get your merch. So, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, love only yourself. Period.
So yes, so we got the veto comp. Our players were Leah, the HOH, Rubina and Kima, our 2 nominees, and the 3 extra players were Chelsea, Angela, and T-Core, meaning that T-Core finally competed in a power of veto. I think she was the last person. I think her and Rubina were the last people to play in a veto. I think now everyone has played in a veto this season.
I think so.
Because most of them have been on the block at some point. And we later found out that there were 2 vetoes available. One was obviously the golden power veto.
Yep.
And the other one was the JANKIE veto, which we're still trying to figure out exactly what is happening with the JANKIE veto. I'm interested to see what it is tomorrow.
I know.
But I think, okay.
I do know. So the JANKIE veto could only be used if the golden power veto was used.
And there were some people talking about there also being like a game involved.
Probably.
So Angela would have to use the veto, and Leah would have to win some janky carnival game thing, in order to use the veto.
Right.
Spoiler: it didn't end up mattering.
No,
it wasn't used. But the veto streak is still alive. That much I can tell you. But we find out that the winners of the veto, it was a puzzle, apparently, of some kind. Not sure what kind of puzzle, but it was a puzzle. And we find out that Angela won the golden power veto, and Leah won the janky power veto. And it is wild to me that Leah was the first woman to win HOH and veto in the same season since Hannah Chada. And now it has happened twice this season where Leah and Angela have both won an HOH and a veto.
Leah is the first person to win HOH and veto this season at the same week, right?
Correct.
Because only Tucker's done that. Well, Tucker did it too.
Oh, yeah. Tucker and Leah are the only 2 to win HOH and veto in the same week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was some kind of puzzle. Angela came in first, I'm assuming, which is why she got the golden power veto. Leah came in second, which I believe is why she got the janky veto. Who would have fucking thought?
Not me. But honestly, you know what? I would have thought. Because Angela has proven that she can win comps. It's not like we've not seen her win things. So I'm not surprised that she's won. Not surprised that Leah's won. I'm just looking at these other people like, y'all let sleeper agents get to the point where it's going to be harder and harder for you to get them out. And this is probably where some of y'all done messed up. And for that trio, this is where they messed up because they should have got Angela out when they had the chance. And everybody decided to, nah. And now we are for sure going to lose a member of the trio. And it's very crazy to think that they went from taking control of the game, flipping it on its head, and to now being in this position. But
there was some talk over the weekend because there was a lot of going back and forth on whether Angela was going to use her veto. There was a little bit of back and forth as to whether Leah was going to try to use her veto. There were some talks about putting T-Core up. There were talks about taking down both nominees and putting up T-Core and Chelsea, which would have been a big move. But I understand why Leah didn't do it. Because Leah does still want to preserve some sort of relationship with Chelsea. Because I don't. If Chelsea won HOH next week, I don't know who necessarily she would put up. I think she would put up Angela and Chemo.
Yeah, for sure, probably.
But we do find out at the veto meeting that we got yesterday that Angela did use the power of veto on Chemo after voting him out 2 weeks in a row. What the fuck is this
How things change so fast in this
My
crazy
have
house.
the turns
The
have indeed
turns of
tabled.
table. The
The
turns
turns
of
have indeed
table.
tabled. So Angela used the power of veto on chemo. Leah did replace chemo on the block with T-Core. And Leah decided not to use the JANKIE veto, meaning that Rubina and T-Core are our final noms for this week. And I am sad.
Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy
No.
to lose either one of these ladies that will just look either for me and our draft. This is going to suck for me either way it goes.
Yeah.
Either I'm losing the everybody vote
Mm-hmm.
or I'm losing my own personal vote. So wait. No, I didn't get T-Core. Never mind.
No,
Oh,
you
yes, I
do have
did.
T-Core.
I do. So,
You have everyone
yeah.
black.
Yes.
And Rubina.
And Rubina. Yeah. So, it sucks either way it goes, but I think she could have done a huge move, but like I said, I think what she did is good for her game. Leah is who I'm talking about. So, I'm not that mad at it. I don't unless everybody really the mist that T-Core has spread amongst everybody kind of completely wears off. I don't see her going home this week.
No, I don't see her going home either. And that's the wildest part of this whole thing. And Rubina has already kind of accepted that she's going home. I love T-Core to pieces. I don't want T-Core evicted this week.
Me either.
If T-Core's on the block, I'm voting her out.
Yeah. As a person in the house.
As a person in the house.
I would definitely, because I'd be like, everybody likes T-Core.
Yeah.
Everybody likes T-Core.
And that's what everyone keeps saying, is everyone loves T-Core.
It took 9 weeks just for her to get on the block. And a renom had to do it. It wasn't even an initial nom. Like, she had to get, because there was literally nobody else who the other person wanted to put up. She made a deal with one. She tried to maintain relationships with the other two. So it literally was nobody else. It took 9 weeks for T-Core to even touch the block.
Yeah.
You don't want to send her home or send her to jury? That's
Apparently
wild.
Not.
That's wild. But
apparently not. It does also mean that the last person to be put on the block this season is Leah. She's the only person that currently has not been put up on the block.
Yeah. Wild.
Damn. Wild. But as of right now, it looks like Rubina will be evicted on Thursday, probably by a vote of 3-2. Anything could change. So sure. I do want to point out as well, and Angela said that she was going to maybe tell Chemo about this after the veto, but Rubina and T-Core were doing a lot of throwing Chemo under the bus this week prior to the veto meeting. And Angela is planning on letting Chemo know that, because now obviously he's staying. Because Rubina and T-Core wanted the noms to stay the same to vote out Chemo, because they were full in at this point on the getting all of the women to the top 6. That is now not going to happen, but we could still get women to top 5. I wouldn't be mad at all women at top 5. It would just be probably without Rubina. But I hope Angela does. For Chemo's sake, I hope Angela does.
I hope Angela does, but I don't think Chemo's going to believe her. And I think T-Core and Rubina can talk their way right out of it and be like, Angela's crazy. You know how Angela is. You go listen to the woman who voted you out twice over the people who had your back this whole time. So I think they
Right.
could talk their way right out of it because it's coming from Angela. And
Right.
in T Core, I mean, not, well, yeah, if whoever stays, T Core or Rabina, now you've put a huger target on your back, Angela, for
Mm-hmm.
me. And we saw what happened the last time T Core felt threatened and like she will end up winning HOH that next week, which could happen if
Mm-hmm.
she stays, especially
Most
being on the
certainly.
block. And that happens a lot for people who are on the block. Start at the bottom and they come back and win HOH that next week.
Mm-hmm.
So if if T Core wins or Rabina wins, whoever stays wins,
Mm-hmm.
Angela would know she's definitely going up. And
Mm-hmm.
I will put her up next to her friend.
Yep. Definitely. Definitely.
But
Um, I also want to talk about the big fight we had this weekend, Lana.
I mean, sure. It it was a it was something.
We had a fight
Mhm.
between Cam and Chelsea. And we got I don't know whether we knew this information or this information came out this weekend. Apparently Chelsea knew who Cam was on day 1.
Mm.
Chelsea said that she knew Cam from TikTok
Mm.
and like knew who he was and clocked who he was like day 1.
Okay.
And we just have never seen any of this, or Chelsea just has never vocally said anything about it.
Mhm.
We know that her and Cam have talked extensively about the fact that they are interested in each other romantically and that they hypothetically wanted to try to pursue something outside of the house.
Mhm.
Love it.
Mhm.
Support that.
Mhm.
Love, love, love it, 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 love it.
Mhm.
Chelsea has been increasingly getting more and more jealous
Mhm.
of Mackenzie. And come
Mhm.
to find out, Chelsea's only had one actual relationship, it sounds like, and then
Mhm.
two long distance relationship kind of things.
Mhm.
Um so it makes sense um
She's losing it right now.
why she's losing it a little bit.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um so Sunday night, I believe it was, or Saturday night, Chelsea saw late night
Mhm.
Cam and Mackenzie cuddling and made a whole scene out of moving her cot away from them, which then escalated into a big yelling match from across the backyard between Cam and Chelsea.
Yeah. I mean, I thought because Cam first moved over to make sure he was right in between Chelsea and MJ, and he did that whole moving, and Chelsea's kind of like, "What are you doing?" And
Uh-huh.
hearing that she only had one real relationship and two long distance makes sense to me now because she's just never had the person who she wanted to be in a relationship to so close all the time. And I'm sure she probably, if this was different circumstances, she probably wanted to be like cuddled up and together.
Yeah.
And, I know she was like, why can't we get how like Tucker and Rabina was? And nobody seemed to care, but they
Yeah.
did seem to care. That's why Tucker's no longer there. They cared. And,
Mm-hmm.
it's a crazy situation, but I know she wanted the conversations that her and Cam have to mean the same thing it meant to her. Like she wanted Cam to feel like, yeah, we go definitely try to go at it afterwards, make a run for it after the show is over. But
Mm-hmm.
inside the house, I'm going to be just as respectful and as I guess as she wanted him to be. But his game is flirting. That was part of his strategy, and
Yep.
he needed to do that with Leah and Mackenzie, just in order to, I guess, gather some trust and some possible information from them. And
Yep.
I just think Chelsea is having a harder time because I think she likes him more and more. And the more she likes him, the more she hates seeing him cuddled up and hanging around with Mackenzie, because she's like, he is definitely going to choose this girl after it's over. He's not going to try to pursue anything with me. He's definitely going to choose
Yeah.
Mackenzie. It is what it is. And even if both of their Mackenzie and Cam are like, this is game, this is showman's game stuff strategically. Neither one of us are interested in each other afterwards.
Yeah.
To Chelsea, I feel like she kind of feels like a lot of women, especially black women, like black women, we feel like the white girl always gets the man. She'll
Yeah.
always get the brother always goes to the white girl. And yeah, it really doesn't have anything to do with race. It just has everything to do with insecurities that society has placed on black women, because everybody's like, oh, nobody wants black women. They're the bottom of the totem pole. Black men go to white men go to white women. Everybody picks other race ethnicities over black women. And so those are inner insecurities that most black women have. I won't say all, but
Yeah.
some, and most. And
Yeah.
we have to deal with that on a regular basis. This is what is just showing right now on TV for her, that her insecurities are showing. And so she
Yeah.
took it out on Cam. And I'm like, Chelsea, this is still a game, my girl. I
I
love you to
know.
pieces, and I need you to realize this is still a game, and you can't
Mm-hmm.
take this personal. You can't go around throwing hissy fits because this man is not all up on you, because it's either you want to win 750K or you want the relationship. Pick and decide. And if you decide you want the relationship and he wants the 750K, you're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do. And I want her to calm down, because it's making her seem a little but
Insecure.
a little insecure, and a little petty. And I don't want her to get that petty, angry black woman trope. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
But
I agree completely.
she's starting to run head first into that stereotype. And it's like, you are going to have to calm down and remember what you came here for. So I need her to go into her prayer closet. I need
Mm-hmm.
her to call upon all the lords that you need to call on God, like you know you
Mm-hmm.
can and like you know you do.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for peace, ask for calm, ask for wisdom and guidance, so you can get through the rest of this game. You made it halfway through. You got less days in than you did when you got less
Yes.
days for the game to be over than you started with. So you need to center yourself, calm it down, let that man play his game, you play your game. But you also, it's nothing wrong with going back to him and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm flipped now. I just like you more than I intended to, but I know we both agreed that in this game we can't do that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna let you play your game. I had a moment of weakness. Let me calm down, because
Mm-hmm.
guess what? You can end up on the block and you gonna need that man's vote.
Yep.
So you need to reel it in, Chelsea. You could win this game. I feel like it's hers for the taking if she plays it correctly. She just has to calm down, let
Yep.
him play his game. She plays her own game. Put the insecurities behind you. It's not even about that. And he's showing you that. So if he's showing you that he still go play this game and he gonna be cuddled up with this girl, let it go. Y'all can talk afterwards. In the house, y'all just be cool.
Yep.
Y'all in alliance, y'all working together, but let it be that. But ooh, I felt so bad watching it. I was like, oh no, Chelsea, no girl, no girl, no.
And I agree with you
No.
completely. I think it a lot of it is it's Chelsea's to lose.
hmm A lot of this
And
is.
I don't want her I don't want her game getting ruined because of personal over a man.
Over a man. Girl, move. We don't do that no more. This is 2024. We don't do that no more.
Right. But
we don't do that no more.
Anyway. I think that is where we're gonna leave off because a lot of other things have happened, but mostly this week has just been a little bit of fun, a little bit of the fuck,
a lot of the outdoors,
a lot of the outdoors. But yeah, we will be back on Thursday, right after the eviction, to talk about our second member of jury, either Rubina or T-Core. We'll be back on Saturday to do our Saturday update, and we'll be back next Tuesday to talk all things weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you for joining us for this recap. Let us know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to check the description where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup, mug. And with all of that being said, we're going to get out of here. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh. From way outside the Big Brother house, we have been The Cup.
Love only yourself. No one else. Just yourself.
Good night, house guests.